It should be up now. How's the audio? Is the music too loud? Can you hear the music? Okay. And you can hear me clearly? Okay. All right. Cool. What'd you say? We'll get started in another minute. All right, cool. Thank you. I can't find it on mine though. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Say one more time. Yeah, I can't hear it. All right, we'll give it about 30 more seconds and then we'll get it popping. All right, all right, all right. What's good? Happy holidays. If you celebrate the holidays, happy holidays. If not, hope you're having a great weekend regardless. So, we're gonna keep it lax today, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about a couple projects. We're gonna talk about the latest price action. I mean, Bitcoin's up 60% in the last 7 days. I mean, Solana's up 60% in the last 7 days. That's ridiculous. We'll do a little bit of Bitcoin TA, talk about the interest rates, medium house prices, and then we'll get into a couple of stories. I'm thinking we do a little bit of, maybe we'll do some live news search, some project research, since we have a topic about project research. What are we talking about today? Some coins, some theories I got, DCA and the bull run in 2024, and why I say not financial advice, because as always, none of this is financial advice. So we got Bitcoin sitting here at 43,700. We have Ethereum at $2,295. Solana is at $114. Steady climbing, steady rising. BNB is at $270, and XRP is at 62 cents. I mean, shoot, we might as well pop out with Solana. Like, the only thing I really don't like about Solana is the max supply, that unlimited. I really don't care for that. But the total supply is under 600 million, and I do like coins that are still in the millions as far as supply goes, and not in the billions. But to be honest with you, I mean, all these coins have an infinite supply. If we really think about it, at the end of the day, it's software. You can push a button, just like we talk about the Federal Reserve prints money. This is the exact same thing. Like crypto just shows you what traditional finance is like on a more understandable level. In the last year, Solana has went from $11, $8, $9, and now we are at $114. That doesn't make sense at all. While we're here, let's look at it on TradingView. Let's back it up. From the beginning of this year, Solana is up. Let's go to where we are now. Solana is up 1,000% on the year. That don't make sense at all. But I mean, I do think it's a great project. I think back in episode either 26 or 24 of Where the Money At, I went through my portfolio and Solana was my third largest position, percentage wise, as far as like how monetarily wise, how it goes. And now it's my largest position, not because I put so much money into it. It's because its price has risen so much that it's overtaken my total amount of my other coins of Ethereum and Bitcoin. And that's kind of what you hope your altcoins do, and it's a beautiful thing. I wasn't expecting this to happen so early, but I mean, look at this price action up 1,000% on the year. That's ridiculous. So that once financial institutions start seeing situations like this and paying more attention to it, the ETFs and the financial products will start coming for altcoins. It's coming. Um, but Solana is really doing what I believed a lot of the altcoins were going to do when we had this price action here going from 30,000 to 40,000. I expected a lot of the altcoins to do that. So it's kind of following, and I know I'm gonna probably die on this hill because I believe that this is kind of like the end of this is the local top for this cycle. This area right here, maybe between July 2022 to now. I believe this is the top for it. It could go higher, who knows? And if it does, great. I do what I do. I DCA, but I think it's the local top for this cycle because Bitcoin has went crazy. Now we're starting to see altcoins pop, and it's normally Bitcoin season, Ethereum season, altcoin season, and then it rotates. You know what I'm saying? If you participated in the bull market, you know that's how it goes. Bitcoin takes off as far as price action spikes up, then Ethereum spikes up, and then altcoins have alt season. And or it could not be that. It could just be, Solana feels like going crazy. But this is what I expected a lot of altcoins to do after we had this price action. I expected Solana, XRP, Avalanche, Doge, Chainlink, Polygon. I expected all of them to do that. But Uniswap is having a pretty great week. 1 billion tokens. And I remember I said the rule earlier. I like coins under 1 billion. To be honest with you, I think in the future, 1 billion tokens will get to the point where it's not a lot. Let's look at the price action in the last 90 days. We went from roughly $4.30 to where we are now. It's pretty good. $4.30 to $7. It's pretty good price action. I'm not a big Uniswap user as far as the actual application because I don't do a lot of DeFi. I don't use a lot of DEXs yet. But there may be a place for it, when the bull run comes, and you may want to like I say all the time, I'm not a trader, but when the official bull run comes and we're going parabolic, you might want to throw a little something in and, try to get out a day or two later. You know what I'm saying? Just try to ride the wave, ride the price action. I know it's the most dangerous thing, and that's something I would not recommend doing, but that's a part of my plan. I may have a little 100 that I throw into a token, get inside of it of a DEX, have it go up, and then try to get out of it. You know what I'm saying? But that's not my main strategy and how I plan to make money. Because when most people think about crypto, that's the main thing that they're thinking about is how do I get in, throw some money into something, and try to get out a couple of days later. Like it's not like a stock where you buy Apple, goes up, and then you trade it out. Like sometimes you have to go to get your coins off of Coinbase, send it to a decentralized exchange, buy your coin, wait till it goes up, sell it on a decentralized exchange it back for your Ethereum, and send it. You know what I'm saying? Now you have that money in Ethereum. Most people don't understand that if you're not in crypto and you're just trying to hop in crypto really quickly and make a quick little lick. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot to it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I try to drop these videos. Like if anybody really asks me how to do this in person, like a homeboy or something, like I let them know that process, but then I just redirect them to a video because I can't explain it to them right then and there how to do it that day and then try to make a flip. Like it doesn't go like that. And to be honest with you, if you have that mindset of trying to get in and get out really quickly without knowing a lot about what's going on, you're probably going to lose a good bit of money anyway. Hope y'all can hear them vibes we got in the background. VeChain is up 20% on the week. This is an OG token. This is an OG coin, but they do amazing with marketing. What they got? What's that? 2 million. They got 86 billion tokens. Yeah, that's a lot. VeChain has been around for a very, very, very long time. When is it? 2018. I mean, the price action goes from 2018 on this chart, but I'm pretty sure this is like a 2017-16 coin because this was here when I first got in crypto. A lot of things when I first got in crypto in late 2017 aren't here anymore. We got Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Tether. Solana wasn't there. Cardano wasn't there. Avalanche wasn't there. Tron was there. And people sleep on Tron. Like, I don't think it's a great coin for a multiplier, but the amount of users on this network are absolutely ridiculous. We got Chainlink. Was Chainlink around back then? I think Chainlink was definitely around back then. Let's check. (2019). Where's the Wikipedia? I know how to find Chainlink. Masari. Use Masari for some information. If you want to look up something about a coin and you want to do some research, use Masari. Chainlink was created in September 2017. Yep. Chainlink has been around for a while. And it was formed, so it was a company before Chainlink, so it didn't just pop out as Chainlink. It was Smart Contract, founded in 2014. Okay. Look, if you want to do cryptocurrency research, use Masari. They got a lot of data here. Of course, you're gonna have to pay for the advanced data. And to be honest with you, next year, 2024, like that's what it's gonna be about. Like we have gone as far as we can with the free data. You know what I'm saying? Now it's time to take it to that next level. It's time to take this channel to the next level. It's time to take our cryptocurrency education, our thesis, our predictions, and our moves to the next level. But let's see. So let's get into some Bitcoin predictions. Look, I already told y'all I'm probably down this hill, but let's look at the 200 EMA. We are well above it, and the EMA is starting to curve up. So it's kind of giving me more fuel to say that we are about to have a cool down in the future. And why I say that is because when we get some, parabolic-ish price action, parabolic meaning straight up, the EMA starts to curve, which means once we break below it, if it's curving up and we break below it, it creates a big separation in between the two, and that'll allow us to spend a good amount of time below it. Now, will we ever reach the price action of 16,000 again for Bitcoin? I'm not sure. To be honest with you, I doubt it. I highly doubt. Like when I say we have time to cool down, like I mean like we'll stay like in this range right here. Stay there for a while before the next, before we take off. But those are just guesses and predictions, because to be honest with you, we could stay up here and just slowly grind up before we take off. So you really want to be prepared for any type of situation that can happen. And with that, let's get into the first thing I want to talk about today. Let's talk about how I DCA and what I'll be picking this month. But first, we are about to get rid of this ad. We ain't got no choice. We gotta listen to it, man. Selling high on. So shout out to Jackknife, man. Jackknife really be coming through his show in love. Selling high, sell house. Hey, look, I think that's a good idea. I think that's a good idea. Hold on, let me open it up so I can see the chat. Okay, now I can see the chat. Now I can see the chat. Jackknife says, my guess is there will be no short-term cool down on Bitcoin. Technical analysis does not show FASB accounting rules starting on January 1st or ETF hype in January. And here's my theory in support of your point. Everything is really lining up to support what you just said. I mean, we have the SEC having emergency meetings on the ETF. You know what I'm saying? So if they are approved, you know, that gives catalyst for extreme ridiculous price action. We're coming into an election year. This is the end of the year, so we normally have what they call what the Santa rally, the Santa Claus rally. We have all this infrastructure being built that I talk about on these videos of retail being able to come in and financial institutions ready to be able to pour their money into the cryptocurrency and digital asset class. So there is full support of what you're saying, and I believe it could happen. I don't know. I think it'll go parabolic. If BlackRock's ETF gets approved, you know what's happening right after that. Every other financial company is going to start pushing and rushing out their spot Bitcoin ETFs, and then you know what comes after that: spot Ethereum ETFs. And then my question is, what's going to be the first altcoin to get an ETF? What's going to be the first altcoin to get an ETF? And to be honest with you, I think I really like how Binance has moved in the past. Yes, they did, some under the table stuff, but what company doesn't? They have done a lot of good for the cryptocurrency community. So I really like BNB, and now that they're past their legal woes, I'm cool with being able to add it back to the portfolio. But is it gonna be Solana to get an ETF? Is it gonna be BNB? Is it gonna be Ripple? I could definitely see Ripple putting their bid in. I like what they're doing with transferring real world assets into digital assets and tokenization. Every day we're getting closer to the happening. Yes, we are. And and here's why I'm such a bear, because I'm the biggest skeptic. You know what I'm saying? I'm almost a doomsdayer, because with Bitcoin being so young, it's hard for me to give a lot of validity into the patterns that we have set so far, because Bitcoin is only what? It came out in 2008, 18, 19, 20, 21, Bitcoin's what, 15, 16 years old? So any technical patterns that we have set so far are primed to be broken. But ain't no reason to go against history so far. But here's my thing, and here's my last point about being a skeptic and being a bear. I'll leave it at this. Everybody and their mom is predicting a great 2024. Everybody and their mom is predicting a massive, explosive 2024 as far as price action goes. And if that's the case, it will be the first time that the masses have predicted price action and be right. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard for me to bank on that. It's hard for me to look when everybody else is greedy. I become fearful. Shout out to Warren Buffett. Ain't nobody fearful right now. Everybody is hyped. To be honest with you, I'm hyped due to all the infrastructure that's being laid. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's due. I think it's just. I think with all the hype going on, with all the infrastructure being built and everything we see inside of the cryptocurrency space, there's reason to be hyped. There is good reason to be hyped. But I don't know. But okay, so we'll look into a few more individual projects. We may do some project research when we get to that point. But let's look at the U.S. federal funds interest rate. So we just had our last meeting, and the Fed kept the interest rate flat. So it's looking to me like I wasn't in this camp at first. I thought we were going to continue to raise a little bit higher, but it's looking like this could be that indefinite pause, like that big pause before we start cutting rates. And if we look at the S&P 500, what normally happens after we pause rates? And this will give validity. This will give validity to the point that we may have a great year as far as price action going into 2024. Normally, when we pause rates, which is what this circle indicates, the S&P 500 tends to have a rally. And it did it back in 2019. That was the COVID pause. And back in around July 2006, we paused again and we rallied. And back in around 1999, 2020, or mid 2000, we paused and then we rallied. And that's shown here in 07 and 2000, 2001. So that will give some fire to the theory that we could have an amazing 2024. We normally rally into Feds cutting. So, hey, who knows what will happen? How come every time I change, my chart gets messed up? Every single time. Luckily, I'm getting good at TradingView. So, we have the interest rate going crazy. Oh yeah, so we flatten. So the next move will likely be a couple more pauses, and then we'll start to cut rates. And what happens after we cut rates? One more time, let's check it to the S&P, because we looked at what happened when we pause, we rally. What happens when we cut rates is normally, this is the vertical line is the cut. Normally a year after that, we are lower than where we were before. We cut rates, and normally a year after that, we're lower than where we were before. And we cut rates, and we're normally lower than we were a year prior to. And those are just the last 3 times that's happened. Nothing is definite. You know what I'm saying? Rules are primed to be broken, but that's just what happened. Let me put this on the weekly, because this just looks crazy. There we go. But one thing you do notice about the S&P is it's always up and to the right. So that's why it's more of a what did Charlie Munger say? It's more of a time waiting game. Like if you try to get in and out of the S&P 500, it's a hard thing to time. But if you get in it and remain in it and really take your investments for the long term, it tends to go up and toward the right. So that's kind of the logic that I am bringing into cryptocurrency. I feel like it's one of those, it's now a legitimate asset class that you can start to plan for the long term in. And I'm not trying to get in and out of it as far as Bitcoin and the companies that I see lasting a long time. Like I said earlier, we may get into some during the bull runs, may try to make some quick plays on some smaller tokens, some altcoins to try to get in and out and catch some quick price action, some short-term gains. But really, every time I DCA, which is dollar cost average, which means I just take a certain portion of money and invest it at a certain time period. I choose once a month. Every time I DCA, I don't plan on selling that portion of my tokens for at least a year, because the laws, what is it? If you sell it for a profit less than a year, it's 50%, 50 to 60. And then if you sell it after you've held it for a year, it becomes long-term gains, and it comes down to about 30%. So that's how I'm treating this. Hey, Jay, you just reminded me, Jan 3rd will be the 15th anniversary of. Hold on. I got to catch up on the chat. I agree with you. I 100% understand being afraid of the masses being right, but we have been waiting over a decade to go mainstream, and we are on the cusp of that. So hold on tight. Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, we have been waiting on this going mainstream, and this could be the moment. This could definitely be the moment. So I'm definitely keeping my mind open. And when I say I'm either bullish or bearish, I'm not locking in and betting my whole bag that it's going to be this or that, because what you have to understand is 9 times out of 10, no matter who's guessing, no matter who's making the prediction, 9 times out of 10, we're probably wrong. I got a hedge against myself. That's why I bought some Ripple, because I don't like Ripple. But if I don't like Ripple, there's a reason. You know what I'm saying? I could be wrong. So I bought a little bag of it. Not financial advice. Hey, Jay, you just reminded me. January 3rd will be the 15th anniversary of Bitcoin's Genesis block. I didn't know that. Thank you. You should do a special live stream celebrating Bitcoin's 15th birthday. Man, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Shout out to Jack Knight. You've shown love. You are really the first person to really show love to this live stream, and I guarantee you, I will not forget. That might be a good idea. January 3rd. We'll see. So Let's get into a little bit of news. What we got? The median sales price of homes sold in the U.S. We know it's higher than ever. They want a nation of renters. But let's get into the news. Okay. Ric Flair announces his own line of cryptocurrency. If you know Ric Flair, wrestling legend, WWE legend, looks like a cool guy. I love to hear his stories. Um, I always like to. I'm always skeptical of people's coins and individuals' coins, but it's a two-way street because right now I think it's a bit early, but I think it could be a normal thing in the future. Like they already had that website that you had your social profile and you had tokens based off of that profile, and the more popular your profile got, the more your profile was worth. So that's not too far from here, but it hasn't worked so far in the past, and the majority of these tokens go down to zero. So I'm a little worried about Ric Flair doing this because if he makes some money and then it goes down to zero and everybody who invested in it gets screwed over, he's gonna get sued. That's what it is. Ric Flair is getting into the cryptocurrency game with his newly announced Woo Coin. The WWE Hall of Famer and AEW star posted an announcement on his Twitter account that he is launching the cryptocurrency, as can be seen below. And then he owning it too, coming straight off of his Twitter, did a video about it. Come on now.
Are you ready for the crypto phenomena? Buy WooCoin today with 5 O's and then begin to style and profile. Walk that out. Be custom made. Buy a crypto Learjet. Live the life of the king like the nature boy. WooCoin, 5 O's. Live the crypto phenomenon. Woo!
First of all, I'm smiling because it's just Ric Flair, but it may not be the best situation for him because him talking that talk is just what Ric Flair does, talk that. But that's also what a lot of influencers do when they want to get you in a coin. Like I'm not saying he's doing it. I'm saying like if this was a regular rich kid from somewhere who just started a coin, he would say, this is what you need to invest in to get fly and do this. Like this is always how he talks, and I don't think it's gonna go well if this thing goes sour. But I thought it was interesting. I don't know who talked him into doing this because I know he doesn't know anything about cryptocurrency. If I had to take a guess, he doesn't know anything about cryptocurrency. Somebody probably got in his ear, maybe one of his nephews or something. But we'll revisit this if it doesn't. Jack Knife said, "Woo!" Shout out to Ric Flair, man. He does this thing, man. It's getting hard to hold these gators down. All right. So let's get into some more news. Google X ads found promoting sites containing crypto drainer malware. Ads on Google and X were found promoting sites containing a cryptocurrency drainer that stole 56 million from thousands of users. So remember that there was recently they changed their rules to where they would allow cryptocurrency advertisements. And come on now, what are we doing? And I thought it would be mainly used for ETF promotions from large financial institutions, but this is probably what they were trying to prevent. This I would guarantee you this is what they're trying to prevent. But if you allow it, you have to understand what comes with it. You know what I'm saying? There's always opportunity cost, and most people aren't cool with what happens when you open the new door. Like, for example, I believe in free speech. And with me believing in free speech, if there's someone that wants to make a hate channel, spewing hate about whatever particular thing they want to spew hate about, I have to be cool with that because I believe in free speech. You should be allowed to hate whatever you want to hate. So if I believe in free speech and they had a guy come out with a channel about how much he hates black people, I got to be cool with that. You know what I'm saying? So if you're going to have ads, if you're going to allow cryptocurrency ads, you have to understand that some of them will be fraudulent and some of them will be used for miscellaneous, treacherous things to steal people's money. It just is what it is. Ads on Google and X were found promoting sites containing a cryptocurrency drainer that stole 59 million from thousands of users. Advertisements on Google and X, formerly Twitter, were all right, boom, and they stole 59 million from 63,210 victims over the past 9 months. Thousands of phishing sites were discovered that were using the drainer between March 2023 and today, with spikes in activity noticed in May, June, and November. A report came from Bleeping Computer said the sites with drainers were being promoted in Google searches via malicious ads. Many of the ads were found to be exploiting a loophole in Google's tracking template to make their URLs appear to belong to official domains. So one thing we have to understand about these scammers is they are extremely, extremely technology savvy, and we cannot take for granted or try to underestimate them in any type of way. So when you're clicking on these advertisements or these new cryptos that's coming up, I've discussed some that pop up at the top of your screen or on the side of your screen. Be careful what you connect your online wallets to. Be careful what you click on. You know what I'm saying? Be careful who you meet discussing online cryptocurrency investments. If you meet somebody online and the investment or the conversations turns to investments and I can invest this money for you, or I just made great returns, please be wary. How to recognize crypto scams. In my next video, I saw an article about the top 11 through 13 scams, and we're gonna go through them. I mean, we've went through multiple stories on somebody falling victim to each one of these type of scams, and it just is what it is. The ads on X were also promoting NFT airdrops and new token launches on sites that contain the drainer. The drainer is a malicious smart contract or a suite designed to drain funds from a user's cryptocurrency wallet without their consent. So if you can see right here, this icon is for Phantom Wallet. It's a online cryptocurrency wallet. But if it's online, that means it's hot. And what does hot mean? It's connected to the internet. Anything connected to the internet is vulnerable. Please understand that. So if you have an online wallet, a MetaMask wallet, a Phantom wallet, there's plenty more, and you're holding cryptocurrency on that wallet, it is in danger of being hacked. And I need you to understand that. So, yep. So there were some ads online on the side of your screen, on Google searches, on Twitter that promoted or that had websites that had malicious, vicious malware on it that drain your wallets. Please be careful. Please be on the lookout. I don't want anybody to experience that because you may have $20,000 worth of crypto, and then that $20,000 is sitting in some scammer's wallet. So let's get into some more news. See how long we've been running it. 30 minutes. It's not bad. Nigerian central bank lifts ban on cryptocurrency trading.
Over there.
Thank you, advertisement.
It's a project manager.
Nigerian central bank lifts ban on cryptocurrency trading.
Bring together everything your team
Lagos.
to get work done in
Nigeria's central bank has lifted a ban on transacting in cryptocurrencies, while saying global trends have shown a need to regulate such activities. The bank said it is said in its latest circular. The Central Bank of Nigeria, in February 2021, barred banks and financial institutions from dealing in or transactions in crypto assets, citing money laundering and terrorism financing risk. All right. The latest guidelines spell out how banks and financial institutions should open accounts, provide designated settlement accounts and settlement services, and act as channels for Forex inflows and trades for firms transacting in crypto assets. So now they're allowing bank accounts to be opened up to make transactions in cryptocurrencies and possibly some trading going on. So that's a good thing. That shows that the regulatory environment across the world is getting lighter and getting more in favor of cryptocurrency and digital assets. Look, whether we like it or not, whether we want to accept it or not, cryptocurrency and digital assets are going to be a part of our future. It just is what it is. Microtransactions are going to become more assets that you're used to being real, like real estate, art, diamonds, property rights, documents, pictures. They're going to be digital now. They're still, I'm pretty sure they'll still be physical, but it's going to be a part of our lives, so we might as well get used to it. And this is good for the cryptocurrency space because we want more people to interact with the cryptocurrency environment as possible, the most people that we can as possible. And, shout out to Nigeria. Because think about it, the more people that can interact with Bitcoin and use it as a means of transaction, use it as a store of value, the more value it has. You know what I'm saying? So, then that same goes for Solana, Ethereum, BNB, XRP, all those. So we want people to come into this space because this market cap is only going to get bigger. Speaking of the market cap, where are we? Let's see. Let's see what the total cryptocurrency market cap is. This is the total cryptocurrency market cap. We are at 1.6 trillion, which means we are only down 45% from Bitcoin's or the entire cryptocurrency, which is all these projects, plus Bitcoin. So everything here, the highest was 3 trillion, and we're only 45% down, which is very good in all actuality. That's great. Normally I would expect us to be 50% plus down from an all-time high, but we're really getting close to where we used to be. So it's like we're finding a good happy medium. So we got the WooCoin, we got some scammer ads coming up. We got Nigeria lifting the ban on cryptocurrency and trading and opening up more accounts and regulatory environments getting better for cryptocurrency. And our last story of the day is on Investopedia. Dude, this right here, this big advertising bar is kicking me. How to analyze cryptocurrency, the basics. So I think it's a pretty good article. I'll leave it in the description below. But we're just gonna go through the high points, and we'll do it live. Research the white paper. Most crypto projects provide a white paper, which helps define the objectives and technical details about the blockchain and the cryptocurrency's role. It's the white paper is a technical document, and most people don't get into it unless you really understand a good bit of cryptocurrency and software jargon. But you should read it just because. Research the team. What do I always tell you? Look up their LinkedIn profiles. Investopedia might have got this information from my video. Research the team. So whenever you find a cryptocurrency, go check LinkedIn for that team, and you can find their profiles, their resumes, what they've done beforehand. Like, did they just get out of college and this is their first project, or have they worked in traditional finance for the last 10 years and then they've been a CTO and then they've been on multiple boards and now this is their next endeavor, So we got review the white paper, research the team, learn about the leadership. A good transparent company will have all of their C-suite execs either on their website or on their LinkedIn, and then you can read up on them, try to find interviews, you know what I'm saying? Try to just research on them. Get to know the community. Check their Discord, their Telegram, go on Twitter, and see what the people are talking about. The Discord will really show you everybody that's talking, because there's a lot of NFT projects that come out and they start a community, and a lot of people want to get into this NFT project and get on the whitelist, and then the founders abandon them and leave that Discord high and dry. One day I'll go through my Discord and show you a bunch of projects that have dead Discords. The founders don't talk to the community anymore. It's just people hoping that they'll get their money back, and they're probably not. Understand the technology, big part, because this is where you can try to understand the problems that they solve and try to look in the future of, do they have a place? Is there a need for this technology at all? Is the competition too big, or is the competition too little? Like, is there nobody competing with them? Like, is this something that we need, and can they grow? Understand the vision. Yeah. Review the roadmap. The roadmap is cool, but I mean, that's just saying what they're going to do. There's no promises. There's a lot of projects that have roadmaps that they don't follow. And if you understand anything about releasing a project or product or software, roadmaps are rarely ever followed to the T. Something's going to go wrong. Something's going to get done early. A lot of things are going to get done late. Learn the tokenomics. I think this is one of the first things you should do. What do I always tell you? I like coins that have less than a billion tokens, and that's one tokenomic criteria that I like. But they say, look at the circulating supply, total supply, maximum supply. This is all the things that I've been telling you. Review the data. Cryptocurrency prices are known to swing up and down wildly. One reason of those swings is that investors do not want to be left out of the next big price jump. Say something important about the data. Whatever. Review the data. So that's sites like Masari, Crunchbase, and there's a site called Amber Data. There's a million companies that provide blockchain on-chain data, and that's going to be my job next year to find who has the best information, and then what am I going to do? Bring it to you guys. So, just really quickly, we're going to do a live, some live project research, just so you can kind of understand exactly what they're talking about. Let's take Avalanche, for example. I'm going to separate it. Let's take Avalanche, for example. So first thing I would look at, because this is literally the first thing I look at, is the circulating supply, total supply, and max supply, the tokenomics. They have less than a billion tokens, which is one thing I personally like. But here's one thing I do not like. I like all the tokens to be in circulation. So which means this number needs to match this number. So for some reason, and it could be, they release them over years. How projects do is they release tokens year by year or every certain years. But I like all the tokens to be out in circulation. I don't like companies holding on to tokens. I don't like companies having large amounts of tokens in their own treasury wallet for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? That probably needs to be fiat, in my opinion. But they have less than they got more than half of their tokens out of there. But I like all the tokens to be out there. But that's just one thing really doesn't kill a coin for me. Maybe if the max supply was so big, it would just if they had 10 trillion coins, I wouldn't invest in it. But that's something that I don't like, but it's not necessarily a killer for me, because at the moment, since there's only these many tokens, that affects the demand, the supply and demand. You know what I'm saying? It affects the demand. So 720 million tokens. 365 million in circulation. I would like that to be higher, but it is what it is. So after you understand the tokenomics, see if you like it or not. Let's look at their Twitter. Let's look at their Discord. Let's look at their GitHub to see their software activity, how much code is being deployed and how often. And let's check LinkedIn. LinkedIn and their YouTube channel. So first, let's check their Twitter. So they have close to 1 million followers, which is pretty decent. So you want to check their engagement on their Twitter. So first of all, you want to see how many followers they have, close to 1 million. Then you want to see how long they've been active, since October 2018. That's not bad. They reached 11,000 people. 11,000 out of 1 million, not too great, but what are you gonna do? 14,000 better, and they're getting 64 likes. So their Twitter. Wait, this is not them, but probably dealing with them. I like tweets that come directly from them. This is a lot of reposting. Okay, here's something that came from them. They reached 50,000 people and got see, that's what I'm talking about. See, I was looking at their retweets. This is better. They reached 50,000 people and got 500 likes, a bunch of retweets. That's better. That's better. So their engagement is pretty decent. They got a decent amount of followers. Let's look at their GitHub. And you want to look into their repositories, Ava Labs, Avalanche Go was updated 13 hours ago. So this is Go is a language. So this is probably one of their large repositories. One of their ETH code and wrapper extract Ethereum blockchain. This was updated yesterday. This was updated 2 days ago, 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 2 days ago. So that's good because you want to see their repository have a lot of interaction in between the two. My bad, I haven't been checking the chat. Do you have any predictions for the top of the bull market? I don't, because I just don't. You know what I'm saying? Like I think Bitcoin during the next cycle will reach. I want to be conservative, 150, 150,000, 200. That's me being conservative. I can see it going a lot higher. One step Investopedia missed is to understand the market. The crypto market is very cyclical and highly correlated with Bitcoin. Understanding the cycle of a token is important in analyzing it. Very, very true. Very true. So we check the tokenomics. We check their Twitter. We check their repository. Let's look at their LinkedIn and their website. Their LinkedIn and their actual website. See, I could have just clicked it right there. Shout out to them. So their website looks good. They got some nice cosigns from some big guys. Website looks good. They got some testimonials. Where is the About Us or the team? There's normally a section down here called Team, and I love to go check that out. We don't have it right here, so let's look at their LinkedIn. 11 through 50 employees, relatively small amount of people. They keeping it focused. 80,000 followers. Okay. Past events. Let's go to people.
Give and easy to love. Wrap affection with one for all gift cards. Shop now at giftcards.com.
They have a CEO, founder and CEO of Ava Labs, senior DevOps. So let's look at the CEO. Senior DevOps, founding team of Ava Labs. So their people are here. I mean, that's a good sign. You want to see that. It's a good sign. Let's check out their CEO. Founder and CEO of Ava Labs, Eamon S. Where were they before? He was a founder of Bowl X Route. He was at Cornell University. And was Ava Labs the first thing that he really worked on? Oh, he taught here. He taught at Cornell for 20 years. Okay. Look at his education. Went to Robert College, University of Washington, and Princeton. So, Ivy League guy. But these are all things that you want to look at, and each thing that you understand, you want to consider when taking into account what you might choose to invest in. So, you add all this up, and then you have a score in your head of what you want to do. Do you want to invest in it or not? Let's see how long we've been talking, because it may be about time to wrap this up. Yeah, we've been talking for about 49 minutes. So we went through the news, went through a little bit of token action, went through how to research a coin, which is some of my favorite things to do. So you know what? We're going to wrap it up here. Hope everybody has a great holidays if you celebrate it. If not, have a great rest of the weekend regardless. I always appreciate y'all for rocking with me, and I'm going to holler at y'all later. Later, Jack.